in the car and I was listening to this song that came on the radio, and I was thinking about how I remember when I first discovered the song by the artist. The song was not like out. It wasn't out nowhere. It was just kind of like when you got one of them random playlists playing, and you just listening to music, and something just so happened to play on this playlist that you ain't never heard before, but you like, oh, that shit kind of go hard. So that's how it happened upon the song, and it wasn't nowhere. It was just a random song, and I was like, that's just fire. I want to use that when I do yoga, if I go running, or just to listen to it. I like the song. Then all of a sudden, the song fast forward to like I think maybe 2 years, 2 years later, I think, or a year and a half later, something like that. And then all of a sudden, the song goes viral because everybody is all over the world using the song to a challenge or whatever. And I don't know, for whatever reason, as I'm sitting there thinking about all that, I thought about how music really is art and how I interpret music as art to me personally. It's like, to me, I'm like, a musical artist creates a song, and that song is like a painting. And if they create a whole album's worth, of songs, and that's just like a whole, I feel like I'm going into their art gallery. I have an opportunity to purchase their art gallery, the whole collection, whole collage of songs that they put together with all these thoughts, emotions, all these feelings. And I get to listen to it straight how they put it, because that's how they arranged it to be played. Or I can just listen to it in all kinds of orders. Then there are times where you're not really into an artist and you just happen to hear something from somebody, and this song could be like super old. People could be like, "Oh my God, what do you mean? You never heard of this song? You never even," like when I discovered Lauryn Hill's MTV Unplugged thing. When I discovered that, it was like years old. But I feel like I wasn't meant to see that art or experience that art at any other time than when I experienced it. If I would have gotten it at the same time as everybody else, I may not have taken it the way that I needed to take it for my life, and in ways that it would help me. Because I feel like when you go see art, art just does something to you. Like when people go see actual paintings like do something, move you in a way to make you want to purchase the painting. And I feel this the same way with these musical artists when they create a song or they create an album. Like, I have no problem waiting on good music from artists, because one, I know in order for you to create your best work, you got to go through shit. Like, you literally have to go through life and live life in order to create some really dope shit. But other than that, I'm like, with a good song can hit for years from an artist. So you don't have to keep constantly. I feel bad for artists when people are like constantly like, when you gonna drop a new album? When you gonna do this? When you gonna do that? And it's like pressure, because it's like I'm doing something that I love that helps me to release in a way. And I'm doing that and I'm having a good time doing it. But you're taking it as, the consumer, the typical consumer just wants more and more and more. It's like you're not even given the time. It probably took me 2-3 weeks to write this song. It might have took me 2 hours to write this song, but you're just not giving any of that the time to really marinate. You just taking it in, chewing it up, spitting it out, and being like, okay, what you got next? That was good. What you got next? And it's like, oh, damn. So I can understand why some people go from like loving making music to just like really hating making music, because it's an escape for them. It's a different type of an escape. And they don't mind sharing it with people. They have no problem sharing it with the masses. It's just they put it out there in the hopes that they'll connect with a certain number of the masses that really appreciate their shit. And I'm one of those people that really be appreciating stuff, man. I be just taking it in. So I don't care when I hear a song. I don't care if a song wasn't popular when I started listening to it, and then all of a sudden it blew up everywhere. I don't care. I always say that I get it when I need it. I get the art when I need the art. I discover an artist when I need their art in my life. Something about my life. No, something about my life is meshing with the time frame that they're putting out this art. Or I just so happen to find some stuff. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with discovering things when it's time for me to discover it. And you got to remember too, if there's something that you're not listening to, that your frequency is not vibrating with, then don't try to force it. Your body doesn't want that. It doesn't feel like it needs that. So there's a lot of people who make music, but their art, I appreciate everybody for choosing to express themselves with their art and put it out there. But I also hope that they understand and appreciate the fact that I would never down what you do. There's just some art I appreciate more than others. And that's just like with paint and painters. Some artists painting hold more weight than others. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So I hope everybody continues to create their art in whatever form that they want to create it. That's just my interpretation of like how I sometimes break down music and how I listen to music and how I find music. And also it can come from people. I can, you know, interact with somebody or have a new person come in my life, and then all of a sudden they bring all these new vibrations, these different vibrations to my life. And I can find an artist through other people, or they can find one through me. It feels good when you put somebody on. But it also feels good when you get put on, because then you'd be like, oh my God, this person has all this music. Where have I been? I should have been listening to this person. You writing the story to my life. Like, one thing we're going to always be able to connect on is music, because of vibrations. We are vibrational beings, you know. So we are beings that react to vibrations. So we'll always be able to tell a good song, a good harmony, a good beat. We'll all like it, or it'll all make us feel decent, even if it's something that we're like, ain't really my shit. I mean, it made me feel a little something, but it ain't really my style. We're gonna always be able to communicate based off of vibes. So I just wanted to share that. I fucking love you, bro.